What's up, YouTube? Big Country here. Hey, I just want to touch base, man. I haven't been on in a couple days. Shit, I've been on that damn night shift. Crazy as hell. So I had some people asking me, several people asked me to make a video on should students lease right out of school or right off a trainer's truck. You know, everybody's got their opinion on that. Since I've been asked, I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I don't think that a student should lease right away. I think a student should go company for a little while to get an understanding of the business and feel out how things are going to go. And the reason I say that is this. If when you're brand new, you've already got enough worries as it is, you know, with trying to figure out how to drive by yourself in big cities and where you're going to go and the GPS and this and that and all the struggles that come along with being new and starting out in trucking. The best thing I think, and this is just my opinion, everybody's got their own opinion, they're like assholes, everybody's got one. The best thing I think to do would be to learn on somebody else's equipment and make the mistakes on their equipment before you get your own equipment. And I don't mean, you know, tear their shit up, obviously, but I just mean learn what you're doing in this business before you take a leap of faith on trying to figure out, because once you go lease, then now you got to worry about how much revenue you're going to make, if you got truck payment, you know, how much your fixed expenses are, how much your truck payment's going to be. You got to watch your fuel. There's other things that go into it besides just driving the truck. If you're just driving the truck as a company driver, all those worries are gone. You still got to get miles and you still got to make revenue, but you don't have to worry about, okay, I need to make X number of dollars to break even with the truck payment before, you know, I make a check and stuff like that. So it's a big, huge responsibility that somebody coming straight out of school doesn't need to have on their shoulders, you know, just starting out. So wait until you get a year, you know, 6 months, or till you start figuring some things out. Because, you know, a lot of people, they look at truck drivers and they say, well, hell, all they do is drive up and down the road. You know, they don't think about the other stuff on the other side of the business, you know. We're getting in these small towns, and, you know, I just picked up at a place, Arnold, Pennsylvania, the other day at Cargill. And if anybody's ever been there, they know the streets you got to get down to get there. Pretty tight and narrow. But, you know, one way in, one way out type deal. So, you know, what I was saying is people just think that, oh, they just drive a truck up and down the road because that's all they see. They don't see the other shit of it, you know, having to deal with the shippers. Nobody likes a truck driver, let's face it. If you haven't figured that out by now, nobody likes a truck driver. And it's because of guys like that video that I posted the other day that leave trash out places. You know, that's why Walmarts don't want you parking at their places. That's why a lot of these places where you used to be able to park back in the day, they don't want you parking there anymore because guys take a shit in the bag and they throw it out, or they take a piss bottle and they throw it out, you know. I mean, you used to be able to park on ramps and stuff, but damn states don't even want you parking there because guys are taking piss bottles and throwing them out. So, you know, you got to deal with the shippers. You got to deal with the receivers. You got to deal with the company. And all on top of trying to figure out how to best maneuver the truck, how to, I don't care what your GPS says, you need to be able to read a map. That's number one. You know, let's go back old school a little bit. Yeah, GPSs are nice, but we need to know how to read a map. You know, if you haven't learned how to read a map, then that's kind of like a carpenter showing up to work without a hammer. You know, I mean, a lot of good it's going to do if you don't have a hammer to drive a damn nail, huh? So you need to know how to read a map. You know, you're trying to configure your route, where you're going to stop, how I'm going to pick up and deliver on time, and this hour thing with these electronic logs, because everybody's going to electronic logs if they haven't already. You know, even these outlaw companies, you know, they're going to be going to electronic logs. So learning how to manage your time, and to get more comfortable with the equipment and what you're doing for yourself, the adjustment for your family, and everybody involved in it, I would recommend myself being a company driver for a while before taking a leap of faith into lease purchase, And then when you do go lease, look at what you're getting into and understand that, hey, listen, you can't go home for a week and sit at the damn house and think, well, I own my own truck, or I'm a lease operator, I'm my own boss, I'm going to go sit at the house for a week. It don't work that way. That truck payment don't stop just because you're sitting at the house. So remember that also while you're getting involved with this lease deal. But learn how to drive the truck, man. Learn what you're doing out here in the business. Learn how to back up the truck. Learn how to, like I said, make the mistakes with their equipment before you jump into something that you're paying for and tear the hell out of it. I mean, I see these guys riding down the road all the time. They don't even have a fairing on one side or the other. I mean, to me, that's a mistake that should never happen. Because it goes back to the mirrors. If you're looking in the mirrors, then you can see if you're turning too sharp, you're going to hit the fairings. So, I mean, just pay attention to things, So, to sum up this whole rant here, or this whole mumble jumble of it, my opinion, like I said, stay company or go company. Learn what you're doing as a driver. Learn how to maneuver the equipment. Learn how to manage your time with the electronic logs. Learn how to plan your trip with a map and the GPS, and get comfortable out here in the cities and with what you're doing for a living now. And then if that's what you decide to do, then go ahead and take the leap of faith and jump into a lease. But to just do it straight out of school, you've got too many problems and emotions and everything going on in your head to add one more major one like that. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. But like I said, that's my opinion. But I hope that kind of summed up a little bit about what they was asking. What people had asked me to talk about. I hope it helps somebody anyway. I'm not always politically correct on the way that I say things and shit like that, but it is what it is. It's just my way of doing it. So if you would, I appreciate each and every one of you, man. This channel's growing. Things are looking up. So I appreciate that. If you would like, subscribe, share the video. And I'm gonna make some more videos tomorrow, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I said, I've been on the night shift the last couple of days. So I love each and every one of you, man. Be safe out there. Let's live the truck another day. I'm Big Country. I'm out.